When you have a schooling fish, you're just like, hey, I want them to swim together. But really, how do you get that good effect? Hey guys, this is one of my newest aquariums. This right here is a 29-gallon tank. It houses Harlequin Rasboras, dwarf neon rainbows, a bunch of plants, and there's a couple problems with it that need to change. When I built this aquarium, I really wanted to showcase a schooling fish. So I picked up the Harlequin Rasboras. Now the goal of this was to build the Valisneria so that the fish could school around it and through it, and that really hasn't happened. The problem is that this Valisneria is too close to the back, I believe. If I bring it up to the front more, clearing up the back, the Harlequin should be able to school around the aquarium, and you actually get to see better action, better, visuals when you're looking at this aquarium, because they really can't hide. Fish need to be able to hide, because if you could see them all the time, it kind of takes away the interest out of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to move all this Valisneria forward, possibly bring it out a little farther, just adding more of the Valisneria in general.
It's taken me a little while to get around to doing this project. I've known that I've wanted to change the escape up for a while, but I really had to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with it. The point of the scape is to showcase the schooling fish. And to showcase the schooling fish, well, you need a couple of things. You need long runways so they can get together in a group and actually swim. And you also need some objects for that group to kind of swim around, to give it more of an interesting kind of look to it when they're schooling. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm kind of pushing the Valisneria up, and you could see the roots are actually stuck together. And this actually made it really nice. It made it so I could just kind of, force the whole clump forward and clear up about 2 inches in the back, maybe 3 inches in the back. And that's going to create like an alleyway, and you can actually see the light getting into the back behind the Valisneria there now. So that's kind of creating an alleyway for these fish to be able to swim around, and they'll be able to do kind of like a circle around the val. Now, like I was thinking earlier, I kind of decided to add some val and make the wall of Valisneria just bigger. I'm going to extend it all the way to the ends of the tanks, I think, and I'm going to need a little bit more, so let's go grab some. One of the things that's handy about having a big collection of plants and a lot of tanks is you can kind of just go around and you're your own store. I don't need to head to a fish store to grab more plants. I usually have them on hand.
Okay, so we're getting into this aquascape here, or this rescape, whatever you want to call it. And I'm starting to realize something. I really like this val wall with the rocks in front. And I kind of think that I just want to bring it all the way across. Give the fish a place to go in the back, and then kind of come out in the front. Make a little gap, like right here on this glass, so they can school around that way. And then make a gap over here so they could school out in this way. And then maybe they end up just going kind of in a lap around it, and it kind of gives them more room, more space to swim around, and it makes it more open and inviting for some fish. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. This is a little bit of a change of plans, but the val wall is the way to go. Let's do it. Okay, so it's hard to see exactly what we did right now because it's a little bit of a mess. And the main problem about this was, we kicked up a little bit of the sand in the substrate, but the Valisneria that I took from the other tank over there was in a dirted tank. And so when I took that out, that clump of the roots and everything in the Valisneria had a lot of mud and dirt in it. So when I put it in here, instantly turned the water like brown, black almost. It's starting to clear up, but it's going to take a little while. So this is the progress we got so far. What I did was I extended the Valisneria wall basically to the edge right about here, and then I moved this val over that way a little bit to give it a little bit of a gap on each side, and then we continued that rock wall all the way across. Now there's probably going to be some little bit of changes and a little bit of alterations to get the exact look that I'm going for once it clears up. But for the most part, we got the project done. It's a pretty simple, easy to do project. And it's going to make this look a lot better, and it's also going to make the living space for the Harlequin Rasboras, the dwarf neon rainbows, and the shrimp. And I actually have a Hill Street mulch in here somewhere too. It'll make their lives better. They're going to be able to swim more openly. They'll have better hiding places, which before they couldn't even hide, and right now you can't even see them. And then look at them, they're popping out over there. It's already taking place, what we're hoping for. We're hoping to get that schooling effect. And when you have a schooling fish, you're just like, hey, I want them to swim together. But really, how do you get that good effect out of it? What looks interesting? What makes a school of fish look interesting? You want to see them dodging objects and other fish and swimming around, and we're going to make that happen with this. I'm really excited how the project went. Thank you guys for coming along with me, and I will catch you next time.